Hi guys, how are you? I want to thank you for coming tonight and supporting me and Angel or Angel and I think that's how you should say it. I appreciate it. I know she does. And I'm gonna say hi and get right down to business so she can come on and listen to her and hear what she had to say. Okay. Carrie, hi, how are you? Thank you for being here. Lee takes the trash and recycles out, puts out a variety of tender foods and snacks, soft drinks, and various waters on the table. Put some Oreo cookies in milk with white, dark, and milk chocolate fountains, pretzels, marshmallows, and fruit. Welcome to Diamond Painting the NMD Teenies. Help yourself, come on in, grab a snack, and hit the like button on the way to your seat. Thank you, Mr. Lee. I appreciate that. I can't do the lives without cookies and milk. Hi, Rich. Thank you for being here. Hi, Cindy and Helen. Helen, thank you for the heart. As always, I love them. And let's see. Make sure that my favorite is here. Hi, my favorite. How are you? Hi, Tracy and Allison and Glitter Angel. Glitter Angel, will you remind me of your name if you don't mind? I'm sorry, I blanked. I'm sorry. Hi, Harriet. How are you? And Amy, I'm crafting with Mary and Judith, and oh man, I don't want to butcher your name. This is Star. Thank you. Hi, Star. And Adam, and Eve, and Tracy, and Christopher. Hi, Dad. Hi, Jay Lily. I see you made it. Hi, Dick. How are you? It is a full split deer and Texas layout. Oh, Lord have mercy. She's been doing her exercising. Tammy, I thought I was just under. You are not under, Kara. I had two children. I love you, though. Kara's my idol. She knows that. She does. I stand her all over her. You're on a bus with 30,000 women going to South in the concert. Well, you had fun. That don't have too much fun, although it sounds like you are. Uh, what? You said you've been working out, so I know you. You're not going to tell that right. That I love you. Hi, Burgundy. Oh my God. Hi, Burgundy. I don't think I've ever seen you here. Thank you for coming. Well, Dad, are you ready to see Angel? I think I've talked to everyone so far. Okay, you all of my favorite. I love all of you. Angel, are you ready, honey? All right, here we go.
Hey everyone.
Hi, Angel. Lee, shut up. Hi, how are you, honey?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you? How is everybody?
I'm doing good. So far it's a good day. So I mean it started out kind of rough, but I'm all right. I'm doing all right.
Good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad.
So, what you been up to?
I'm loving Centaura. Doing the my first Margaret Morales kit, Centaura, for the Asian event that Adam and Eve are co-hosting together.
Oh, wow. I love that. I love that music. I don't have a Margaret Morales, though,
Oh, everyone needs a Margaret Morales in their life.
I agree. I would love to have Dragon Spirit, so hopefully someday I can get that.
Oh, I've got that all kitted up and ready to go for this year. So
Can't wait to see it. Um, so how would you did?
Actually, a biblical event with Adam and Eve.
No, that's what I said. Adam and Eve. And did not try to say Eve and Adam, and it just doesn't flow. I can't do it.
I'll try to say like Eve and Adam, not Adam and Eve. It's all good.
Flow, and I honestly I did come twisted. So that whatever.
I love you too, Mama L.
Oh, so you did doing all right? I
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for coming today and telling your story. I know it's not easy
Yeah,
for a lot of people.
been debating for the last couple of months since after Adam's story, and I think what hit the nail on the head was listening to Kathy's story. So that helped. And I kind of let loose on one of my lives. Poor Principal Painter was on my live, bless her. And Adam came in, I think it was just before Christmas, and I just got really emotional because Adam surprised me by coming over early, and I'm like, I appreciate our time because I'm in a good place now. I'm in a good relationship with a guy that actually loves me and cares for me. And it's just like a normal relationship that I've never had with anyone. So, yeah. I just hope I didn't scare you off.
No, you didn't scare us off. We were there. We were just wanting to help you. And yeah, I don't think we knew what to do. Yes, you, Adam. You can see I saw you. I was there. Thank you on stage. But you did. Yeah, you did. And, I'm going to do my very best to make you feel safe and loved and protected. And you are.
Thank you, Tam Tam. You're brilliant as well. You're my inspirational as well. You really are.
Thank
and
you.
I think our Tam Tam's amazing. And I love you. I love our Tam Tam.
I love you. I love you. These are my favorite lives to do because I finally found the purpose. Help someone, I'm gonna do it. And I treasure these lives and I value these lives, and I had best lives. I had the moms that I had. They know me best.
You got a great team and a lovely community that loves you. And, whatever happens, I always got your back, Tam Tam. Always.
And I always have yours. So thank you. Thank you, Brandy. That means a lot. I see some new people that come in, and Marie has, and
yeah, hi everyone. I'm not missing anyone out, but thank you for being here. And yeah,
Marie, Jenny, Stephanie, and then
Ollie.
Who?
Ollie is one of my close friends. I've known Ollie from TikTok back in 2020, so he knows who I am.
Hi. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here with the angel. So, thank you, Cindy. So, I think what I'm going to do is...
Yeah, we'll make a start.
You want to just talk, or you want to give me a little bit about your background, maybe?
Yep, sure. So obviously, I'm in the UK. I was born in the UK, and I'm not going to go into lie. My childhood was pretty rubbish, really. I was one of those kids that just wished I had a normal parents. Like, I wish my dad was more of a family man back then. And yeah, so my first memory was when I was 3 years old, and my parents got married when I was 3. It was my mum and dad's second marriage, because my dad got married before, and I have two sisters, and my mum was married before and had my brother. So I have half siblings. But when my parents got married, the first memory was seeing my mum's wedding dress covered in blood. So basically, my dad threw my big toy plastic kettle. It was shaped as a kettle, and it was yellow, and it had like little red windows in it, and you open it up and it's like a little doll's play toy, but it's massive, it's huge, it was heavy, and he I don't know what they were arguing about, but he threw that at my mum's face, and that's when I realised that my dad only hit my mum when he was drunk, and he was a bit of a heavy drinker. He did like his whiskies and stuff. So my dad's job role was being a bricklayer and a gamekeeper, and he has the gypsy blood in him. My mum, she was very quiet back then and drink at the weekends, and she worked in a shop, retail. So that's the kind of background. And so like going through my childhood, I remember just creeping around the house when he would come back from the pub. Like he would go to the pub at lunchtime and wouldn't come back until about 6 p.m. My mum would have cooked dinner, and they would get into arguments, and he would just shout and throw things at my mum. He even threw a plate of food at my mum that she cooked, and he says, "Oh, I'm not hungry, I'll just have a sandwich." I'm like, and she's like, "Oh, just cooked this lovely dinner for you and I've left it." And he would just, do that. So yeah, so it's been programmed in my mind at an early age that a man can literally do what he wants with a woman, like hit, abuse, swear. There's certain trigger swearing words, which I'm not going to say, so don't worry, that really get to me. There's just like, he used to say that when I was 7. So at 11 years old, just before I started high school, this was all going on. I'm not going to go into full details, but I started to SH, which is another word where you kind of like hurt yourself. So if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. And I actually started stealing my mum's cigarettes. And I started to, smoke. So that was going on. And then I went to high school at 12. And I lost my virginity by force. Force SA. I can't say the RAPE because I'm being very careful for Tammy's channel. And he was my second cousin. So that was great. And things got bad with mum and dad. So my mum had an affair with her driving instructor. and my dad caught her. I wasn't there, luckily. And she had a affair with this driving instructor for 8 months. I'm sorry for laughing, and it's just nerves. But my dad had an affair for 2 years before I was born. And my mum found out about this affair when I was about 3 days old, because the woman rang my mum up and she was holding me in her arms. This is what my mum told me, and said, I'm sleeping with your husband. So they're both bad as each other. So I'm not going to, but so my dad went mad, basically. So me, my mum and my brother got out the house for one night. And then my mum was begging to come back in the house because my dad locked her out. And she told me to go to my friends and not come back until late. And I'm like, fine, okay. And she says, whatever happens, just be careful. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I went off and went to my friends, and my dad went there, and the obvious what happened is he beated up my mum for 3 hours. I nearly lost my mum. She had broken ribs, 2 black eyes, broken nose, and all that, and there was blood everywhere in the house. And so when I walked in, the house was unlocked and the lights were on and there was blood everywhere. I'm trying not to go into detail, but at least you know where it all stems from, the trauma and my diagnosis. So that happened, and that's another reason why I wanted to get out of that situation. I wanted to grow up quick, I just wanted to get out of that situation. I didn't want to be living with my parents anymore. I thought, no, sod this. Guys, do you remember MSN on the internet? The messenger MSN, when it first came out, and then the certain chat rooms that started to come out when the internet was just brewing up.
That takes me back to my old days, but yeah, I do.
Yeah. So I begged my dad to get me a computer, and because my dad was a bit of a cowboy, and basically a cowboy means second-hand stuff, and a friend of him got me a computer. Says, oh, it's going to help me with my schoolwork, and my friend Lottie did it, and she says, oh, you can chat to all these people and make new friends. And I thought, oh, that's so super cool. At 14, why not? And I started to get on the chat rooms, and this is where it all starts. So I met this guy. I'm going to call him Mr. A. And we got chatted. I met up with him, and I think I was with him for about just over a year. Then I found out Mr. A was actually a 48-year-old black male living in London. So I had to keep it a secret when I found out, because I went in the attic and found his details. But he kind of groomed me, brought me cigarettes, brought me all the latest things, treated me spoilt me with like a princess, earrings, jewelry, all the things that a 14-year-old girl would want and never had. And this he said to me, I need you to do something. I need you to help me. And I'm like, oh, okay. What can I help you with? He says, I'm having some friends over and I want you to entertain them. Just talk to them and, you know, just make them feel whatever. And I need it. It's kind of paying my rent sort of thing. And I'm like, I did not get what he meant. I'm like, okay, so you want me to help you host a party with your friends and talk to them and all that. And then he says, oh, I'll just wear something nice. So I just wore a casual t-shirt and shorts because it was summer. And yeah, the doorbell rang and he left. He says, oh, I'll be back in a sec. And then we got chatting and they got me a drink, you know, drinking alcohol, being cool and that. And they sprite my drink with the date drug. I can't say the other word, but yeah. And that made me dozy at first. I didn't know what was happening. My body started to go numb, but my brain was switched on. I went all floppy, just couldn't move. And one of them says, oh, she's ready, guys, she's ready. And they laid me on the floor and essayed me badly for about 6 hours, I would say, roughly 6 hours. Bruised. Blood. When it was happening, I couldn't move, couldn't scream. I knew what was going on. And then, you know, you're at a certain point where you're just like, I gotta dissociate now. Kind of left my body and went somewhere else. And then they left. I was still trying to crawl, trying to move. I slowly started to move. I was so sore, so bruised. But I knew I was with Mr. A for the next 2 weeks. So he was so clever because that would take most of the bruising away. But I kept it a secret. And then he was all nice, tried to help me in the shower. And yeah, his rent was paid. So I had that. Now, obviously, I wasn't taking any the pill or anything. They didn't use anything. So I think a couple of months after, I had this sharp pain in my pelvis right here. I was at mum and dad's. And I'm like, oh, I've got a sharp pain. I don't feel right. And I went into hospital. I had to stay overnight. Mum and dad went home, and then it just says, "Oh, just let us know when she's ready for me to pick up and whatever," because mom had work, and that's the kind of parents they were. They're just like, you gotta get on with it, sort of thing. I'm like, wow, cheers. But they did a scan and they looked, and I started to bleed down below, and the pains were getting really worse. And I'm like, something's not right here. I don't feel good. And I think the look on the doctors and one of the nurses' face was just like, yeah, you need to do this. It's too late. We can't take you into surgery. You need to push it out, because I felt like I need a poo. I didn't know I was pregnant.
Mhm.
I wasn't hardly showing that much. And 17 weeks, I had a little stillborn daughter. Sheesh. I remember how small and tiny she was. And I begged them, let me see. What is it? And then that's when they told me, and I'm like, oh. And she was just lying on the white towel. And obviously, because she's 17 weeks, you have to be over a certain week for a death certificate and all that. So I couldn't even have that. And then I'm like, oh my God, don't tell my parents. And obviously, they disposed her, if you know what I mean. But I begged them not to tell. So they said I had an infection and it's all going to be cleared up. And they gave me some antibiotics and sent me on my way. And then 15, I did it again. I met my children's dad. We'll call him Mr. B. So Mr. B, again, groomed me, spoilt me. He was Asian, 20 years older than me. So I'm 15, he's 34. I don't think my parents really knew what to do because they were in their own little world. My dad was still being abusive with my mom, and yeah, it was just go, get out the way sort of thing. Not once did they try and stop me or encourage me to stay. So anyway, I stayed with Mr. B for 14 years. And I had two beautiful daughters, child 1 and child 2. I want to protect their identities. So my child 1 was born 2003. I was actually going to leave Mr. B, but then I found out I was pregnant with child 1, and I thought, oh, I could make this work. And then when she was 10 months old, I fell pregnant with child 2. However, I had a coil in me. And the kid's dad said, I don't want another one just yet. Have an abortion and all this. And I'm like, hang on a moment. So they scanned me at 5 weeks. Yes, you're pregnant. Yes, the coil is still there. It moved. We will take the coil out, but there's a chance of you losing your child. 50-50. I'm like, yeah, okay. So they took it out, then came back. I was 7 weeks and her little heart was thumping away. I'm like, nah, she was meant to be and she's staying. We moved away. We had our own house, like a mortgage, and I lived about an hour away from my family. So hardly my family and friends visit me. because I think Mr. B just isolated me from my family and friends. So then he lost his job, and we had to move back to my hometown because my dad had a property that he would rent out to us until we're back on our feet. It was a very small house. So we did that. And then in 2008, I was trying to learn to drive. And I found out that my smear test came abnormal. So I had an appointment, they looked in, took some samples, and we can say it is cervical cancer, but we've caught it early. They are turning into the cancerous cells. You have a few and the rest are like turning. So it's just like they would call it a stage 0 into 1. So what they did was it was all like lasered, if you know what I mean, down there, and just some tablets I had to take, and I just had to deal with that, as well as the abuse that was going on with Mr. B. He was very controlling. I had to wear certain clothes that he approved. Had to ask permission to buy things, or if I need to spend things. It was very cruel to the... Are you all right, Tam?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just wanting to ask you that, you recovery, because that you went through a lot, and
Are you okay?
How did
you want
to that thought? And I'm gonna make sure you don't need it, like.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm okay to carry on. Is everybody okay for me to carry on? As long as you and the chat are okay, that's my main priority in all this, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm okay. I just want to make sure you're okay, and I want to let everyone know that you did get to where you are, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and rush through this. Sorry.
I just want to make sure you're okay. You're my priority.
Okay, so yeah, I had to deal with all that, and then I know when I was taking the girls to nursery and stuff like that, I got in touch with some of my friends, and that was nice. And things started to feel a little bit normal, but behind closed doors, it's a different story. And because I had 2 little girls, my friend, you see your other friends have children and that, and I wanted to try for a boy, but Mr. B wasn't really bothered. He just went with it. I'm like, okay. So after that, it took me 5 years to get child 3, and yes, he was a little boy. But it took 5 years due to what went down below as well. It was, one of those. However, before I had child 3, I did have a miscarriage. I was 12 weeks gone. And then I got to that stage when I tried to leave before child 3. I tried to leave, but it backfired. I found out that I thought my name was in the house, but it wasn't. It was in both of our names. And then I met Mr. C. I stayed with him for 6 months. I was trying to sort my head over. It wasn't anything romantic. It was just a friendship at first. And I was trying to like sort my mental health out because something wasn't right, because I was already diagnosed with depression and anxiety. You will see why this behavior, this pattern is happening. And I know some of you are like probably saying, oh, how did you let this happen? How did you do, and why did you do certain ways? But I finally got on medication then called citalopram, trying to stable myself. And then I did fall pregnant with child 3 with Mr. B, because at the end of the day, it was kind of a friendship, but we did, it happened, but it wasn't anything romantic or anything. I was just trying to sort my head out and needed a break and stuff. But yeah, so I thought, I'm pregnant now. This is a new start, a new life. And we decided, well, Mr. B wanted to move to a new place, which was 40 minutes away from my hometown. And he says, I'm not going to be a part-time dad, so don't even try it again. So you either stay with me or I'll just have the kids. He would always threaten me with that. I had to give birth on my own when it came to that day, because he wasn't interested. But it was his child. I've seen my boy now, and he does look like his dad a bit, to be fair.
That's nice.
So yeah, I had to give birth alone. He made me sleep on the sofa and my son in the crib bed next to me, because he wanted to sleep and take the girls to school. And I had to do all that, try and look after my newborn, as well as looking after the girls, because he really just stayed in bed and I just did the morning thing, and then he woke up to take them to school, and then he would go on his computer all day because he likes building computers, he likes doing whatever he wants to do. I clean the house. I was tired, I was exhausted, and then he started to drink. He started to drink a lot. And then I OD'd on the sofa because I was at breaking point then. So I actually wanted to, call it a day. And then I was diagnosed by the treatment centre, BPD. So I had to try and understand that. And that's how the behaviour and the pattern is forming. And if you know what I mean. I did try and leave again to try and take all my kids to a women's refuge, but I couldn't because he would keep one child and leave the other one behind. And I couldn't take all of them because if I took one child and left 2, it wouldn't have been fair. And then I was at these women refuge And it's not a nice place to be, and it's not a nice place to have your kids there either. There's so many issues with different types of situations for women there. So that was all happening. Are you okay?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you a question.
Yeah.
So you went into the refuge, and is that how long did you stay there? Is that when you started turning things around?
No, there's more stuff that's going to happen, but I am at the stage of 2014 now. So when my son was born, 2013, I tried to leave and stuff, and then I found out I started to get poorly with stomach pains, bleeding down with number 2, and then I was diagnosed with bowel cancer.
Okay.
If you're curious of what stage I was at stage 1 to 2, which is T2. So yes, I had surgery. I had a local resection and then radiotherapy. And I had to take, they were like tablets, but like, I don't know if they were like strong chemo tablets or just the mild effect, because they were hoping the radiotherapy was just a backup. It was like a backup plan, because they knew, you're going to know in a minute why, but bowel cancer runs in the family. I lost my dad with it. He lost his dad with it. And it's like, we ain't taking no chances. I was in readmission for 2 years, and I had regular scans and regular checks as well. So, and then when I was in the refuge, I met someone else. He had bipolar. We started to like each other. I was in a women's refuge then I kind of tried to find a place so I could have my kids, like my own place. I tried to ask for help from family, CPS. I said I need support to leave. I found a place, but it wasn't paying enough of the rent through the child benefits. So I was in debt with that. I lost it. I was homeless. I was in a bad way. I had nothing. I lost the place. I was homeless. I was living in my car. And Mr. B won custody of all my children because, yes, my life was a mess. My mental health wasn't right. I had no choice to sign over. I felt like I wasn't getting enough support. I wasn't being listened to. I loved my kids. If I could turn things back and do things differently, I would. Then I tried to call it a day. I went into a psych ward. I was in there for about a month and a half. While all this was going on, I was fighting to try and, get better with certain things. Mr. B didn't care. He said, I hope you do die of it. I'm like, fine, I'll just call it a day. And then I was in hospital, and then they took me to a psych ward. They knew what was going on. Then I went back into my hometown, got to stay in a hotel for people that are homeless to try and go try and go to find your own place in the council. I'm going to miss some of these stuff. I'm going to miss some of these things now. So I met somebody else on Facebook. Things were okay at the start, and 2017 now, I had my little girl, my last one, and I was shocked, but she came. The doctors advised me there could be risks of complications. You know what? I'm going to stop there because I'm just going to quickly say 2018, I lost my dad through cancer. I lost my daughter. And then I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and my lower back spine is decreasing bone mass. And then 2020, my dad died and my daughter died. And I met Adam 2023. And I think I turned my life around when my dad died and my daughter died. I had to carry on living because I had other children.
Mm-hmm.
But my second child found me, and we spoke, and I showed her all the paperwork, and she gave me a massive hug.
Oh, that's wonderful.
How much that I do love my children, and I want people to know that I would never ever hurt a child, or I never put my kids at risk. I never did that. I was just mentally drained and mentally poorly, and I just couldn't fight anymore. So yeah, there you go. Okay. There's so much more, but I'm not going to go into that. But what I'm going to say is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a full trauma story on my channel, like a video. But unfortunately, I'm going to keep it behind a paywall, guys, because if I'm going to do this, I need to do it in full of details, everything that you need, that make more sense. But there you go.
Well, Andrew, I think you're the most incredible person I've ever met. You're very brave. And if you need a break, let's take a break. Do you need a break?
No, I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll be okay. I'm okay.
Well, I want you to see all the heart that you're getting.
I know. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I'm just scared that people might judge me.
No, not here. And you know what? If they do, then you didn't need it in any place. Yeah, and Lee didn't leave. So just. But Andrew,
he's fine. He's bringing humor.
Good. Let's talk about Adam. You met him? How? How did you meet Adam?
On the Xbox gaming through a friend.
And how did that happen? How did that?
We just started talking because I was streaming on Twitch because in 2020, because of the you know what, the pandemic, one of my friends were just like on TikTok, and I used to cosplay on TikTok. My TikToks are still there for anyone who wants to have a laugh. I did it for a laugh. I would dress up, do cosplay, make people laugh. And that friend I met on there, and then I started streaming on Twitch, gaming on the Xbox, on Destiny 2, started to build a community over there. I supported men's mental health. I think I got over 1K on my Twitch. Oliver, that was Ollie, who's in the chat now, would vouch because you used to watch me on TikTok and Twitch. And then Adam seen me on Twitch and streaming on Twitch, and yeah, I think Adam might have fell asleep. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but yeah.
He's still here. And Otherwise, Lee said you're a pretty cool Brit.
Yeah.
Well, I think that you met a prince, by the way.
I did. I wish I met Adam long time ago. I wish he was my kid's dad. I wish, you know what I mean? You just, yeah, why didn't I meet you first? You would have been my first and my last, basically. Well, he's going to be my last because I can't deal with any more crap in my life.
And that you met a print, a giant print, but a print. No, he's the tallest man I've ever seen.
He is.
He is. But I mean, so did he get along with? He got kids, doesn't he? And
Oh yeah, he's got 2 children. Yeah, as soon as I met them, they were drawn to me. I see them as my stepchildren now, and they even call me mom at times. And the little one says, "I wish you were my mom. It's not fair."
Oh, that's awesome.
And Adam's met one of my kids. He's met my second daughter, and yeah, so
Carrie and Marlon and me, we wish we met sooner so we could let them young.
Exactly. Now you know why I got so tearful now and on that live, how much I appreciate the time that me and Adam have together, because we don't live with each other. We are 76 miles away, which is 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's it, Lee. You wish you met Mama L first. But you know what? Being what I gone through now, I went through so many traumas. I am going to mention this. Sex work was in there as well. Forced sex work. Forced to pay money for surviving, and that was from Mr. B, the kid's dad. I had to do that as well. But I want, if anyone out there is experienced any traumas that I have been through, it doesn't matter if you have 1 trauma, 5 traumas, 10 traumas. It you know, how I'm recovered is it took me years to learn my BPD, control it, medicate it, as well as my depression and anxiety, as well as fighting to survive and trying to get better with my health and stuff. You know, you just, at a point, you just realize, I think being on TikTok and Twitch, trying to build a community of people, you don't want them to feel alone, and you want to have something in common with everyone so they feel safe. And that's what I did on my Twitch. And yeah, I dressed up silly. I put makeup on TikTok. But that's when I found my best friend as well. My birthday twin that I've spoken about.
Mm-hmm.
But he passed away. So yeah, He was from New Zealand, but we were besties because we shared the same birthday. And Ollie, I helped Ollie as well, gone through the rough times. And yeah, we called it the Nico Den family back then. It's now the Rose Den now. And then I just found diamond painting. I found diamond painting, and that helped me mentally. And I've now got a YouTube channel, and I've got a new man. I'm in a nice place, my own place. I have my own money. I can dress what I want. I can be who I want, and I'm still a mom, believe it or not. My daughters are like talking to me. We've had rows and arguments because influence of their dad and that. But there was always that hope when I've got to keep going because there's 4 children out there that need me. And yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ellen.
Well, you know what? Kara said that's what we do as a community, lift each other up and support each other. And this is the best community I've ever found in my life.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you.
We all step in and be there for each other. And you thought, look at this chat. Do you know how much you're loved?
I haven't been looking at the comments, guys, but I'm gonna scroll and read them after. Because when you tell your story, you have to concentrate. You've got to focus. You've got to disassociate your feelings from the trauma. That's how you can cope when you're telling your stories. You do dissociate. And you know what? I've blanked on some of these. I had to write down, and then I come back to it. I'm like, how the hell did I forget that trauma?
Yeah.
So I run back to my book and scribble it, and then I'm like, I'll put it on the side, and then I'm doing something, I'm diamond painting, and then I get a flashback. And because your body, your brain wants to protect yourself, and sometimes you can forget some of that, most of it, and bits and bobs. It's like when I was trying to tell my story when Principal Painting was in. I was all over the place. I'm like, I'm not doing this in order. So I was trying to do this in order as well. So, yeah.
I think you did beautifully. And I do. And I thank you. You died and for that. And
if it helps some people out there, I just don't want anyone to feel alone. And it doesn't matter what trauma you've been through. I know I've been through quite a lot, and that's what I was so worried about, because there's so many triggers and there's so much trauma. I didn't want it to overwhelm people. I didn't want to, I was thinking more for you guys than myself, believe it or not, because that's the kind of person I am.
Mm-hmm. I know when I started my channel, Angel was like, you can't say this, you can't do this, now 10, you can't do this. And that. And then I was going back to the third comment. It said it is often in the security of the safe and loving relationship that leaded in to really, really heal to my traumatic past. And then Adam said, you're so brave to tell your story, Angel, and I'm so proud of you. You are amazing, and we will all support you. And Cindy said, Angel, I judge you to be a very strong and amazing woman who has overcome so much and are an inspiration to everyone. And Tracy said, "You are the strongest woman I've ever known in my life." And so that's what you did for us today. And I want you to see that. I want you to hear that. And I want you to see the beautiful woman that you've become. And I know you went through something you should never ever have to. But that got you the strength that you need to get where you are today. And I have to say, we all need you. And I'm so very blessed and honored to have met you and call you my beautiful angels.
Tam, you're adorable. I love you.
I love you. I
But
just
yeah,
wanted to thank you for telling your story. And
thank you. Thank you for listening. And guys, I hope you don't think less of me, and I hope I've helped in a way to understand me a bit more. But yeah, if you need to talk to anybody, you got Tam, and I'm happy to listen as well. And if anyone has a trauma story you want to share, please do. Tammy will make you so relaxed. She's so thoughtful. She's just a diamond. She really is. And this is what she wants to do on her channel, to help others. And I 100% support that all the way.
thank you. I have a purpose now. I feel like I do. And if that can help one person, then I've done my job. And I didn't just do that today. You did that. You know, here's Eve. She said, disassociating is often a very healthy coping skill. And all of it angels, you're a tough Christian. Still only your nature to allow you to need anything and anytime. And Angel Tracy said, "You're seen and you're valued and you're a loved angel." And Helen said, "Angel, you love all your kids." Sorry, I can't read today.
I do.
Yeah. But you're welcome, Carrie. I just wanted,
If anyone has any questions, I don't mind answering them. But if they are super personal, then you're welcome to PM me, private message me.
Yeah.
If anything does not make sense, I can answer that.
Yeah, because we want to protect your privacy. That's the main thing, because this is your story to tell when you want it and who you want it told to. I just wanted you to be here to show everybody, look at this beautiful soul. This is who she is, right here. That's who you are. Don't ever forget that. I'm not gonna let you. Okay?
Okay.
And I'm not gonna take you too long. I know it's late where you were. It's like midnight over there. Is that
Yeah,
right?
it's midnight, so I'm gonna make a nice cup of tea, just unwind a bit, and yeah, probably speak to Adam as well.
Sure, you'll speak to Adams. And then tells me Adam's gonna call you immediately.
Oh yeah.
How much do you love that Adam? He said.
God. If he makes me an egg omelette, then yeah, I'll love him lots.
Oh, well, something tells me she's gonna let you all kinds of eggs omelet.
Okay, Papa Lee.
Lee, oh my God.
It's okay.
Shut up, Lee. There you go, Adam.
We're into the dark side now.
Yeah, I didn't hope. So, I just wanted to thank everybody for coming and supporting Angel.
Thank you, guys.
Have you any questions for her? You can ask general questions you would like. It's
Yep.
good seeing her. Please keep in mind that some things are just her story. You know, just keep that in mind. But at the same time, if you feel you need to say something to her,
Yeah, please do. Don't feel, treading on eggshells or anything. If anyone has, questions, feel free to PM me. If you're not sure on anything, just talk to me, chat to me. I'm not an ogre, I promise.
nah, not you.
I hope I've not upset anyone, because I want you to know that if ever I've said anything or I've upset you or you're not sure, not from this story, but in general, please come to me first before anyone else. And if I've done something wrong, I'm one of those people that hold their hands up, and so I don't like upsetting anyone.
You didn't. You didn't upset anyone. We had the Twitters and messages, so that they're here because I want to be here. And on that note, I am gonna let everyone go.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for being here and supporting Angel. And I want to stress one thing, guys. I'm here for anybody, always.
Tracy.
You can talk to me at any time. However, that being said, there are some things that I'm just not qualified and trained to help you with. I strongly support therapy. I've had it. And if I didn't, I wouldn't be the woman I am today. I promise you that. So if you have anything that you need to talk about, talk to a therapist. Talk
And
to
your doctor as well.
Yeah, doctor, therapist, teacher, peer support, a friend, and I'm always here for you. I'm just saying that there are just some things that I can't help you with, and I want to. And I'm gonna say it. I say it all the time, and I believe it with all my heart. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Look at Angel. She's here. She's stronger. I'm here.
You know what? I have to tattoo that quote on my butt cheek for you, Tam Tam.
What he says. I don't know what he said.
I said I might as well tattoo that quote on my butt cheek.
Oh, okay. There. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, that's what I do.
No comment.
I believe that people, if you love yourself and love others, that you can get through on the other side. Is that being easy all the time? Nope, not at all. But I wanted you to see Angel who she is today, and she's worried that she offends people and hurt people, and I want her to know that she doesn't. Okay? Okay. So thank you guys for being here. Kara said, amen, Teeny. I wholeheartedly support and have participated in therapy. It really helps. It does. And on that note, hi, Courtney. Hi.
Courtney.
We're about to wrap up here. Thank you for coming now. The replay is up, and I suggest you watch it. It was a wonderful interview.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And thank you, chat, for being amazing and being supportive. I'm sorry I've missed some of your comments. I'm not reading them back, but I am going to read them back and probably get in touch as well to say thank you.
lovely. Hi, Shay. Shay's always hiding. She's
Shay Shay.
always there. When seeking therapy for trauma, it is important to know that whatever during the type of treatment you go for, nothing at your taste must be validating and very supported. And that is very true.
Yeah.
So you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving Angel. Thank you for loving me and supporting us. And don't forget to tune in next Thursday because the wonderful Dixie will be here.
Yay.
Yeah.
And don't forget the thumbs up, guys.
Yes. I need to remember to say that. You think I would, but nope.
No, you're fine. That's our job to remind you. Thumbs up.
Please give me a thumbs up and all of that good stuff. Leave a comment. I'd love to know what you think. That's the interview today. I'm sure Angel would. And after the week after Dixie is the amazing and lovely Eve. So, yeah. Try to tune in the next 2 weeks if you can. And as always, I love you, Dad, and I appreciate you. And I will see you on my next live and my next video. Angel, I'll let you say your goodbye.
Okay, guys. Stay safe, stay amazing, and happy diamond painting. Bye.
Bye, guys.